The Rockies' Carlos Gonzalez led the majors in RBIs in August, while Troy Tulowitzki leads all Major League shortstops in home runs. Padres starter Aaron Harang eyes win number 13 tonight. He is 7-2 this season after a Padres loss. It is worth cheering about. The Padres are back home where they've won 6 of their last 8.
Happy Friday. Welcome to Petco Park. Tonight it is game 1 of a 3-game series between the Padres and the Colorado Rockies. We welcome you and Mark Neely along with Mark Grant and Mud. The Padres have really done a 180 as far as home and road. Remember early in the year the Padres did well on the road, struggled at home. Now they're scuffling on the road, but playing pretty well here at Petco.
The old adage in baseball, you play 500 on the road and above 500 at home. Well, right now the Colorado Rockies in town, the San Diego Padres below 500 at home. Their home record mark right now at 28-38. It'd be nice to kind of scratch and claw the way towards 500, but they've been playing very well at home and been hitting the long ball as well. So the key is to have some guys on base when Orlando Hudson comes up to the plate. Kyle Blanks, Nick Hundley, hey, it's all in the venue. Like a pitcher likes to pitch at a certain venue, I think these guys are getting the feeling that, hey, we can hit some mistakes and really help out our pitchers. This 6-game homestand, the big key is maybe they can put the ball into the yard, have 2 or 3 guys on, and take their chances. In the last 8 home games, good numbers. You think the pitchers are smiling, runs per game?
Absolutely. And all those home runs you just saw, the Hudson, Blank, Hundley all came with Harang on the mound last time.
He is the guy through the course of the season, and we've documented this many, many times. He gets all the love. And maybe lucky 13 tonight. 13 is usually an unlucky number if you're superstitious. But for Aaron Harang tonight, hey, let's get it going here in the month of September. Get the shillelaghs going, keep it going, and have Aaron Harang win that 13th game.
Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for tonight. And indeed, Aaron Harang on the mound for the Padres. Harang has won 6 of his 12 games this season here at Petco Park, but is winless in 2 starts versus the Rockies this season. And Kevin Millwood has pitched in the Yankees and Red Sox organizations this season before signing with the Rockies on August 9th. He is 7-1 lifetime against the Padres. This pitching matchup is brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. Going for win number 13 tonight, Aaron Harang. Game 1 of a 3-game series, the Padres and Rockies, and the lineups and first pitch is straight ahead.
here at Petco Park as the Padres take the field. Let's take a look at the Padre lineup, brought to you by the Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text winning to 269-411 to enter. The Rockies have Dexter Fowler leading off, followed by John Herrera. Carlos Gonzalez led the major leagues in RBIs in the month of August and is hitting .439 in his last 10. Tulowitzki hits cleanup, followed by Todd Helton with Seth Smith in left. A familiar name, Kevin Kuzminoff, playing third, batting seventh with Chris Iannetta catching, and then the pitcher Kevin Millwood. Padres starting pitching profile brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in today for an attractive lease or purchase offer.
Aaron Harang has gone 7-2, an ERA of 3.35 over his last 15 starts. You know what else is good? There's a stopper in the bullpen, right? Well, Aaron Harang is 7-2 in starts following a Padres loss this year. So Aaron Harang possibly the starter, hopefully I should say the stopper in the rotation for the Padres as they start this 6-game homestand.
Yeah, there can be a stopper in the rotation. That,
absolutely.
For baseball lexicon, that works both ways.
There have been a number of guys who, when you give that ball every 5th day, it's win day. And talking to guys back in like the 70s and 80s, Steve Carlton was a guy who was, it was win day.
Yeah, especially when he won about half the Philly games that one year in the early 70s. Glad to have you with us this weekend. First pitch swinging, Dexter Fowler, foul tip. And we are underway from Petco Park. 66 degrees at game time tonight with mostly clear skies. It is getting darker earlier.
Yep.
Quickly 0-2. Switch hitting Dexter Fowler. On the 0-2 pitch, got hit on the elbow.
They make an attempt to get out of the way there. They kind of dive into it.
Just kind of.
I don't think he made an attempt to get out of the way.
But rarely do they.
Yeah.
And even rarer do you see an umpire call the hitter back for not trying to get out of the way.
Well, tough break for Aaron Harang. You know, that side shot really gives you a good. He actually almost goes into that pitch, lets it hit him a little bit, and then attempts to get out of the way.
And it puts Fowler aboard to begin the game. Jonathan Herrera makes a strike in the outside corner. Like Fowler, a switch hitter. Herrera. And manager Jim Tracy. His Rockies come in at 64-73, 14 games back. Shortening up, Herrera takes up and away.
Tough go around for these Rocks, huh? Lost 9 of their last 11 road games coming into tonight.
Yeah, lost 3 in a row coming into tonight. 5 of 6. Got off to a very good start in the 2011 season, but then wheels fell off. Runner going, Fowler, and it's fouled at home plate.
You know, you look back at this Rocky team early in the year, they had a heck of a rotation.
The part of this with the Rockies that really surprises me, how things have fallen apart for them in the rotation.
It just goes to show you what a commodity it is to have starters, young, good starters, to stay healthy all year long.
Who would have thought a year ago that they would trade Ubaldo Jimenez? Harang misses down and in, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
And we saw Ubaldo's last start as a Rocky right here, right before the deadline when he was traded to the Tribe.
Went 1 inning and just had that look out there on the mound like he was about to change addresses. Lead by Fowler, and he draws a throw from Harang. .50% stolen base success rate, which you want, what, around 70 to make it worth your while? The team's while? Check swing appealed, yes. Third base umpire Wally Bell says he went around. It's a strikeout of Herrera for the first out of the game. There's the defense behind Harang tonight in the outfield. Blanks, Venable, and the newcomer Jeremy Hermida in right, with Andy Perino getting the start at third, Guzman at first, Bartlett and Hudson up the middle with Nick Hundley catching.
Anxious to see Jeremy Hermida in a Padre uniform.
He's a pretty imposing figure himself.
Yeah. Only 27.
Now the imposing figure of Carlos Gonzalez at the plate. Figure. Harang has him in the hole. A ball and 2 strikes. It's under it. A high fly, shallow left near the line. Bartlett and Blanks, and it drops. They have a force out at second and get the force out. Well, Fowler, I think like most of us, thought off the bat the ball was going to be caught, and when it was not, he was forced at second. So the Padres catch a break there and do get an out, and it's Gonzalez running at first with 2 down.
Hey, it's a wash. They get an out. Communication, well, kind of tough. Bartlett at the last second looks to Kyle Blanks, and thank goodness he throws a one-hopper to get that force out at second base. The beginning of that play, yeah, looks ugly, but in the long run, they get the out.
No damage.
It's a wash.
So it's Gonzalez on the bases with 2 outs for Troy Tulowitzki. He averaged just over 300 and 28 home runs. Lead all major league shortstops. Pitch out, and Gonzalez not running. Gonzalez has 19 steals and has been caught only 4 times.
Colorado Rockies ranked 6th in the National League in the stolen base category.
There he goes this time. The pitch down. A tough one for Hundley to throw on, but still guns him out. So for just the 5th time this season, Carlos Gonzalez thrown out attempting to steal, and this was a whale of a throw for Mick Hundley.
Great release, very quick, good jump. Wipe out.
Diego starting lineup brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Venable leads off with Bartlett. Guzman hitting third. Kyle Blanks in the cleanup spot. Good career numbers for Orlando Hudson against tonight's starter Kevin Millwood at 7 of 14. Jeremy Hermida in his first Padre game. Then Kunle Perino playing third base, and Aaron Harang ninth. Starting pitching profile brought to you by Bank of America, setting opportunity in motion in San Diego to help our community and economy.
36-year-old Kevin Millwood still trying to chase that dream. His fourth start for the Colorado Rockies. And you know what? Overall, probably their best starting pitcher as we speak. Fastball, slider, curve, and a change.
First pitch strike to Will Venable.
Doesn't throw as hard as he used to in his younger days when he came up with the Braves. Touches about 91 on that fastball. He controls both sides of the plate.
Off the outside corner, and Will holds up. Venable, Bartlett, and Guzman in the San Diego first. Millwood's fastball at 89 miles per hour. Padres saw Kevin Millwood last year, you may recall, in interleague play. He pitched here in June against San Diego while he was a member of the Baltimore Orioles.
Well, he likes pitching against the Padres. Career record of 7-1, ERA just a skosh over 3. That's in 15 starts against the Padres.
Tried that inside corner, the fastball touching 90, but it runs to 2-2. Millwood spent time in the minor league chain of the Yankees and Red Sox earlier this year. Foul behind the plate.
Hey, that's telling you something. 14 years in the big leagues, right? Starting out the year in Double-A with the Janks.
Starts.
Yeah, getting called up to Triple-A. Asked for his release and then signed with the Red Sox. Went to Pawtucket. And same thing there. Gone from the Red Sox, driving around. Got a call from his agent. Hey, the Rockies are interested. Did a beeline to LaGuardia Airport, parked his car, and hit a flight and met the Rockies on the road.
2-2 pitch. Gets him looking. Back to the fastball. Venable out on strikes. Here's the Rocky defense brought to you by North County GMC, a Southern California tradition for over 20 years. Fowler flanked by Smith and Gonzalez in the outfield. Kuz is playing third with Tulowitzki at short. Herrera and Helton on the infield with Iannetta catching.
There's Kuz. Good to see the third sacker here in San Diego. Got a good round of applause when his name was announced for the starting lineups. So talking about the Rocky defense, third fewest errors in the National League with 73. Those fighting Phils, man, only 58 miscues.
Wow. People talk about their pitching, but pitching and defense for the Phillies, who have the best record that they have had in their franchise history.
They're like 80 games above 500, I think.
It's 40, actually.
It's 40,
but that's a
41,
lot. Yeah. Phillies are leading tonight 5-3 at Florida in the ninth inning. So if they win that ball game, they'll be 42 games over 500. Bartlett rips it into left field. You got a 2-0 fastball. And singles for the first Padres hit.
Well, I think early on, Kevin Millwood is going to try to establish that fastball. He got Will Venable looking on that two-seamer in, and here's a fastball. Kind of leaks right down the center of the plate. Iannetta was set up away. Nice, short, quick stroke from Jason Bartlett. And there goes the no-hitter.
1 on, 1 out for Jesus Guzman, the first baseman.
Well, we got some Kuz Yahoos here. Or are they saying Goose?
Oh, Goose. Yeah, I was going to say,
okay.
Are they saying Goose?
Yeah, my bad.
First pitch slider, strike one.
You know, Guzman has hit the cuteness sighting. What's that?
That's a
like
bucket of cotton
cream?
candy.
Oh, okay. Cotton candy.
You want to shoot your blood sugar to all-time highs? Get yourself a couple of buckets of that.
That's awesome. Good for you.
That's what going to the ballpark's all about.
Absolutely.
0-2.
You know, Kevin Millwood falls under the category of a pitcher, I would say, that has had to reinvent himself. Because early on, remember the Braves, he blew some cheese.
Oh, he had some fuzz.
But now he has to rely on location and breaking balls in good location to be successful.
Slider down and away. The ball and 2 strikes.
He's going to try to put hitters away with that slider, it looks like.
One on, one out in the San Diego first. Bartlett. And a foul off the catcher, Iannetta.
Notice something else about Millwood as he has gotten longer in the tooth. 14 years, right?
Yes.
What does he do to counter the lack of velocity that he doesn't have? The slide step. I mean, he's going to counter the running game with that slide step. He used it on that last pitch. They call him Millie.
You know, there was a time not all that long ago when you would name top 10, 15 pitchers in a certain league. He was in there.
Absolutely.
It's an ERA title.
Power pitcher, you know.
Well, it's time for a different baseball.
You know, you win 160 games in the big leagues. That's quite a career. That's what he stands at going in tonight. 160 and 138. And you know, he's approaching 2,000 strikeouts too. So there's a little milestone that would be nice to reach. 45 shy of 2,000.
Back to first goes Bartlett, who has swiped 23 and been caught 8 times. Lead by Bartlett, not running. 2-2, and a high fastball foul tipped into the mid of Iannetta for a strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning for Millwood.
First pitch of the at-bat, what was it? It was a slider for a strike, right? Then he painted a fastball down and away. And it looked like Iannetta was set up inside, but up the ladder just a little bit. Looked like it might have been by design. Well, that's one of those pitches that out of the hand, it really looks like a meaty pitch. Gets up on you. Tough to get that top hand on it. And you got to keep scrolling when you come to the ball yard, right? Keeps you in the game.
Trying to look at his notes, see how he indicates hit. Everybody's a little bit different. Broken bat. Blank sawed off. Bare hand. Nope. Cruz makes the exchange and safe at first as Blanks with an infield hit. Big 88 train getting down the line. And it's 2 on, 2 outs.
That pitch from Kevin Millwood got the train's depot. A little deep, huh? Wow, that bat just explodes back to the screen. Little double clutch there by Kevin Kuzminoff, and we know that Kyle Blanks has some speed. That's the difference there in that one, it looks like. And it keeps the inning alive.
So an infield hit for Blanks. 2 on, 2 outs for Orlando Hudson. I showed you up top that Orlando Hudson has good career numbers against Millwood. 7 for 14. Iannetta out to the mound.
Got to get those signs straight. Don't want to cross up your catcher here. Have second and third situation. The Rockies can go the short way on a grounder in the infield at any base.
Hudson hitting well the last few weeks. .310 in his last 11 games. Singles in the inning from Bartlett and Blanks. Millwood steps off. Millwood led the American League in ERA in 2005. 2.86 mark that year.
Didn't he have a below 500 record that year or close to it?
Correct. He was with Cleveland and went 9-11.
Yeah.
He was the first American League ERA champ with a losing record since former Cleveland Indian Stan Kovaleski back in 1923, who won the ERA title at 2.76 despite being 13-14. One pitch to O'Dog. Up and away.
Looked like a changeup from Millwood, trying to mix it up to the O'Dog. Different type of pitcher, Kevin Millwood. You might see some off-speed stuff. Fastball counts. Pitching backwards, so to speak, right?
And let's see what he does. 2-1 to Orlando Hudson. Fastball. Hits slowly to the mound, left side of the mound, and Millwood gets off to make the play at first, and the Padres strand two at inning number 1. On Arizona at 7:05. Get here early. First pour is at 4:30. You can come drink great beer from 25 local breweries. Admission is free with the purchase of a game ticket. Visit Padres.com/Oktoberfest for details.
Cocktails. That's always a fun event. Great reviews last year.
So many great breweries here in San Diego. Brooke Tulowitzki was batting when Carlos Gonzalez was caught stealing at second to win the Colorado first inning. A little bit inside from Harang. Tulowitzki started at shortstop for the National League this year in the All-Star game. His second All-Star selection. Did not play last year in the All-Star game due to injury. He is signed through 2020. That's locking up your young guys, huh?
Yeah.
Backing out of play. Well, he had a monster September last year. He was the National League Player of the Month in September 2010. Hit 15 home runs. And what you may also recall is that the Rockies really faded at the end. With 14 games left last season, they were just a game behind the Padres, with San Francisco a half game back. Then the Rockies lost 13 of their last 14, including dropping their last 8 games of the season. Tulowitzki pops it up on the right side and right near the bag in fair territory. Jesus Guzman squeezes it for the first out.
I was going over this Colorado Rocky team, and I'm sure Aaron Harang knows this because they go over the details with Darren Balsley and the whole pitching staff about this Rockies offense. You know, this is a disciplined team up at the plate. The most walks in the National League, 479. So they're up there. You know, there are guys like Helton. They like that first pitch. They'll take a hack at it.
And a lot of that may be at home, where walks really come into play at Coors Field. If you're a pitcher and you walk a lot at Coors, that you're just playing with fire.
Yep. A lot of nitpicking going on, huh? Especially at that ball yard. Good baseball man right there, Jim Tracy.
Yes. 0-2 pitch pulled foul. Todd Helton really has alternated good and bad seasons the last 5 years. He's in a good season right now. I remember last year hit 256 with 8 homers, 37 RBIs in 118 games. 09 was a good year. And the strikeout and a 90-mile-per-hour fastball at the knees is number 2 for Harang, and 2 outs in the inning.
You know, I think Aaron Harang gets away with a little bit of deception at times. And he gets that downward plane, and also a little bit of movement helps as well. That's a good two-seam fastball, looks like, away, tailing away. But the key there, down, good downward plane.
That one seemed to
you don't strike
jump
out
on Helton a little bit.
Yeah. And
behind it.
You don't see Helton, you know, over the course of his career. He's not a guy who strikes out a lot.
We're talking about the good and bad years. I remember 2009, he would foul off pitch after pitch after pitch with 2 strikes.
He'd drive you nuts. In fact, that's only the 69th strikeout for Helton in 408 at-bats.
Seth Smith sends a foul up into the second deck. See the 15 home runs for Seth Smith. He had a home run August 1st against the Phillies off lefty Cole Hamels. The significance of that. That was Seth Smith's first home run off a lefty since September of 09. He'd gone over 130 at bats, not a home run off a lefty. Just missing the inside corner with the fastball. 2-2.
I like that idea. I like that sequence there. Tried to sneak in on him, pitch prior, and then he goes with the curveball. And you see that was almost all upper body from Seth Smith. You know, up, you know, arms, just trying, you know, not took the lower body out of the equation.
Right back at it. Another curveball, but it's 3-2. Two outs, nobody on in the Colorado second in this scoreless game, and Aaron Harang with a 3-2 pitch to Rockies left fielder Seth Smith. past Harang, but Hudson near the bag throws out Smith. Bartlett making the play to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down in the Colorado second. Switchfoot. The concert is free for all fans with a paid ticket for the September 18th game. Don't wait. Get your tickets today at Padres.com/Switchfoot. You ever gotten caught between the moon and San Diego?
No, but Christopher Cross got caught between the moon and New York City.
Yes, he did. There's a strike. Jeremy Hermida in his first Padres at bat. That was from the Arthur movie, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Which they remade recently.
Yeah.
Hermida played in 10 games in the big leagues with Cincinnati this year. Most of his time was at AAA Louisville. Long-time Florida Marlin.
First rounder, 2002. 11th pick overall. Lifetime 259 hitter.
Rockies infield plays him to pole. Ball outside for Millwood. And you mentioned it earlier. There have only been 2 players since 1900 in Major League history that have hit a grand slam in their first Major League at bat. They're both here tonight.
And Kevin Kuzmanos was on the first pitch. That he saw.
Towards right center field, coming over Carlos Gonzalez, but he lets Fowler behind him.
Boy, that's odd. You don't see that too often. Usually the guy in front makes the catch. Unless he hurt Fowler and then he kind of bowed out. You know, usually the guy in front is going to take charge, but you can see that Gonzalez is exit stage left there, so Fowler can make the grab.
Fowler was cheating towards the alley in left center field, so when that ball came off the bat, I thought for a moment maybe it had a chance, but it hung up there too long and easily run down by Fowler. Nick Hundley takes ball 1 outside. Nick hitting .389 since coming off the disabled list. 12 extra base hits since coming off the DL. He's named the co-winner of the National League Player of the Week for his work between August 15th and the 21st.
Ooh, good movement from Millwood, huh?
It's a pretty good pitch.
That's a really good pitch. Yeah, pretty good pitch from Millwood, and Iannetta. That ball kind of ate him up a little bit on the backhand, you know?
Got tailed.
Thumb down on that one rather than thumb up. Does that make sense as a catcher, you know?
Absolutely. Good movement down, what was it, a two-seamer. Diving attempt by Tulowitzki. It caroms off his mitt to Jonathan Herrera, and Hundley's on with an infield hit. Third Padres hit of the game, and two of them have been infield hits.
Dude, Tulo said, he goes, that ball hit my glove? He honestly thought he had the ball in his glove when he dove. Dive. He's like,
where is
what?
it?
And then you could read his lips after that. He was talking to Herrera. He said, did that ball hit my glove?
He thought he had the ball in the glove.
Yeah.
Then he may have thought, did I lose it in the exchange? Was it in the mid in the first place?
How many times have we seen Troy Tulowitzki make that play with ease? You know?
He makes it a bunch.
Yes, he does.
Andy Perino getting the start at third base tonight, playing in his 7th Major League game. Both of his big league hits have come from this side of the plate, left-handed. One on, one out. No score in the San Diego second. Perino may have broken his bat, but gets it through the right side. Hundley will hold at second. Carlos Gonzalez, who leads the National League with 11 outfield assists. Not an arm you want to challenge going first to third there. Padres have 2 on, 1 out.
Kind of like beats the shift here. Millwood, two-seamer. And as you mentioned, Mark, that bat will die happy. Snap that shillelagh. A little high stepping going on by Nick Hundley. And now Aaron Harang trying to flip that lineup back to the top of the order.
5 hits on the season for Harang with 4 sacrifice bunts. He looks to move over Hundley and Perino here. First pitch strike.
And Nick Hundley and I were having a discussion last road trip in this situation. As a pitcher, if you're in this situation, right, great chance for a double play. The best pitch to throw in a bunt situation. What would you think?
Talking fastball or
yeah.
That fastball bunted. And the pitcher Millwood cuts in front and throws him out. The runners advance on a successful sacrifice.
Now let me preface this again. First and second, you want the catcher to field the ball, so the possibility of a double play. What would you think the best pitch to throw would be?
Logic would tell you something a little softer to keep it closer to the plate.
Correct. The answer is the changeup. Think about it. If you know it's a bunt situation and you want your catcher to go out in front of home plate and get a good chance to get that ball and get the lead runner, possibly turn to a changeup, because the ball, not thrown hard, doesn't have the same force as a fastball to get that bunt out there successfully, so you can't get that double play. Does that make sense?
It does.
And you know, and I'm not saying I thought of this, but Nick told me, you know who told him that?
Who's that?
Greg Maddox.
I think I would take that as gospel.
Yeah. And that's what Maddox learned through his career. When guys were bunting and he wanted his catcher to, make the play ahead, get the lead runner, change up. And it makes so much sense when you think about it.
Hundley is the lead runner at third with Perino at second. 2 outs. Top of the order. Venable takes the 1-0 inside. William in the first, a strikeout victim. Millwood continuing to pitch out of the stretch. And a foul back.
You know, over the course of the last, I want to say a couple weeks, two and a half weeks, that's the pitch I think that Will Venable has really tried to concentrate on and driving the other way. Because there was a couple occasions in Los Angeles he got pitches like that, and he missed them, and you could just really sense the frustration. Either fouling them off or maybe trying to get in pull mode a little bit. Because Fowler's on the second base side, second base and center field. If you drive that ball to the opposite field gap. Nope.
Appealed. Yes, he did. He did go. Did not need the appeal. 2-2. Victor Carapazar, plate umpire tonight. So 2 on, 2 outs, and a 2-2 count on Venable. William pulls it to the right side. The pitcher Millwood has to cover, and Herrera gets it to Millwood for the out to retire the side. Couple more Padre hits, 2 more left on. San Diego has stranded 4 through the first 2. Tickets today and be entered to win one of 15 great prizes. Today's 15 prizes and 15 games winner, Daniel Zaragoza, who won a trip for 2 to Padres spring training in Peoria, Arizona. It's not too late to place your 2012 deposit and be entered to win. Call the Padres at 619-795-5555. Well, a few Kuzes came out of the stands moments ago when Kevin Kuzmanoff was introduced. Playing in his 8th game with Colorado. Of course, the native of the state of Colorado. Kuze shot at third base. Third base has been a bit of a black hole for the Rockies this year. Acquired from Oakland on August 23rd for a player to be named later. Jim Tracy's had some issues trying to find that everyday third baseman. So we talked about auditions. Bermudez joined the team today with pitcher Fulcino. This looks like an opportunity for Kuz to make an impression on the Rockies this final month. Fastball from Harang strikes out Kuzmanoff, and the 3rd K for the Padres starting pitcher.
It's a good old-fashioned heater from Aaron Harang. He wanted it down and in, and that ball is actually right down the middle, about just above the knees. Once again, good downward plane from Aaron Harang. You know, he's a sneaky 90, isn't he? Just like Niedermeyer. Sneaky mean 90, you know? I mean, it's not like he's throwing 96 or 97.
No. Is that a pledge pin? Off the outside corner. You know, in many ways, Chris Young was that way.
Yes, he was. He would be more of a drop and drive type guy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And hide that ball and deceive those hitters with that ball coming right out of the back of his head. And you can see the arm action on Harang. Same type deal. Very quick from the back of the head and bang out in front.
Good movement on that last slider. 2-1 pitch to Iannetta.
Nice.
Back to the fastball at 91.
Well, we talk about it all the time, location of the fastball, and that's exactly what Aaron Harang did there. He'd live out there all night long against the right-handed hitters.
That fastball just a hair off that outside corner, and Laz Diaz at first on the appeal says he did not swing. Let's see what track said.
Just off the plate.
So full count on Iannetta. He strikes out on a pitch that was up. The fastball appeared to be out of the zone, but the strikeout is fourth, and it's out number 2.
Hey, when the count is full and you have to protect, we've said it all along, that's right at that Colorado. That's chest high, letter high. That is one tough pitch to lay off. Looks like Aaron Harang's got his groove on with that fastball, huh? Again?
Well, the only base runner that's reached was Fowler leading off the game. 0-2 got hit by a pitch.
It looks like the ball is just jumping out of his hand at this point of the game. Hitting his spots as well.
He's definitely off to a good start here tonight. This is his 43rd pitch of the game. And he's ahead of his counterpart, Millwood, 0-2.
Smooth as silk. Nice fluid motion.
Nick wanted the appeal. It was not allowed, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. A couple of homers in the career of Kevin Millwood.
Looks like Aaron Harang left Uncle Charlie on the pass list tonight.
Harang strikes out the side, and he's fanned 5. No score midpoint of the 3rd. Park, where you can enjoy fresh Mexican food and happy hours 7 days a week. By Permadontics, Southern California's premier dental implant center. And by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Visit them today for an attractive lease or purchase offer. Happy you could join us on this Friday night. Mark Neely, Mark Grant, and our Channel 4 crew from Petco Park.
Oh, homemade
All right.
sign.
We'll clap for that.
I'm 10. We are clapping. Happy birthday. That's awesome. She wants. There she is. She was just on the big board.
Happy birthday, young lady. Two, 3, and 4 hitters for the Padres in the third. The only hits in this game, and there have been a total of 4, all belong to the Padres. Bartlett has one of those. Kyle Blanks, Nick Hundley, and Andy Perino have the other singles. Strike call on the outside corner.
Another thing I've noticed about Millwood and his mechanics, very simple, keeping it simple. Do you see how he's on when he's on the rubber? A very short step. He almost looks like he's in the stretch position right now.
He does.
And then just a little step with that left foot back, very little step into the leg kick, keeping it simple.
Right back up the middle. Millwood put a bare hand out for a moment. And it's past Herrera, the second baseman, who dove for it, and it's a 2-for-2 night so far for Jason Bartlett.
Tell you what, fastball up and away, fastball down and away, down and in, up and in. Jason Bartlett, you know, he's not going to get a hit each and every time, but he can fight the pitches off. Dave Roberts was in the clubhouse today talking about Kevin Millwood and the tendencies that he has when a runner's on base. Didn't get any information, but they were going over what Millwood does. And they do that day in and day out with the starting pitchers and the relievers. A lot of homework going on in that coaching room. I'm not going to give away any secrets, of course.
See the stopwatch there. And giving a time to Bartlett when he goes to the plate.
Now the average time from pitcher to catcher to second base, 3.3 seconds.
There goes Bartlett, and a perfect throw by Iannetta. And Herrera tags him out. Bartlett caught for the 9th time this year in 32 attempts.
Slide step again. Flash look. Oh, not even close.
And he caught a spike there at the end.
You know, it could have been a hit and run. Could have been a number of things. So no offer from Guzman.
Towards the hole, backhanded by Tulowitzki. 2 outs. Does the flash look on the steal attempt by Bartlett indicate the idea that may have been a hit and run?
Well, hitters are taught to do that because, you know, you see the crack of the bat, you want to see where the ball's going if you get a chance. Okay, let kick go. He's watching the whole way. In fact, you know, it wasn't even a flash look. It was a look as soon as he was going, huh?
Which would lead you to believe more that was a hit and run.
Exactly.
Supposed to be a hit and run.
Right.
So 2 outs, nobody on for cleanup hitter Kyle Blanks, the left fielder.
And usually they will do that when a pitcher is quick to the plate, right?
One pitch to Blanks, who has an infield hit tonight.
Three types of fastballs from Millwood: a 2-seamer, a 4-seamer, and the cutter we just saw to Blanks. Just a little bit of movement away from the righty.
I mentioned that the Padres saw Kevin Millwood last year at interleague play when he was with Baltimore. They actually saw him in interleague play 2 years ago as well, because he was with Texas. In 2009, the Padres went to Arlington interleague play. In fact, Millwood was the 2009 Rangers opening day starter. The fourth time in his career he had been an opening day starter. Fastball 2-2. Blank staying alive, fouls it back.
That's the pitch. That good old number 88. He's got to try to drive either right center or center field. Ball up and away. You get this guy extended away. He squares up on that. It's going to go for a ride.
That curveball had some bite into the dirt, and it's a full count.
Talked to Kyle Blank's pregame show in Arizona. What do you think of this? I asked him. He should bring back the fro.
You like the fro, do you?
Remember the fro?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, big league. Oscar Gamble-like.
Blanks has worked it to the first 3-ball count for Millwood tonight. It's a 3-2 pitch. A high fastball strikes out Blanks to retire the side. Third strikeout of the game for Millwood. We played 3 here at Petco Park, and the Rockies and Padres are scoreless. Question brought to you by AT&T Wireless. And tonight's question: Troy Tulowitzki wears the number 2 because of his admiration for which Major League player?
I can't answer that one because I know the answer, so I won't spoil it for our viewers.
Please don't. Top of the order: Fowler, Herrera, and Carlos Gonzalez. Tulowitzki do a 4th in the inning. First pitch swinging, line left center. Venable misplays it. It goes over his head. And Fowler, who runs well around second, heading for third. And then they overthrow the cutoff man, and Fowler is standing at third base.
Tell you what, they hit the cutoff man, that would have been a different story. They would have had Fowler on a good throw. But no worse feeling for any outfielder than a ball hit, and you think you've got a bead on it, and then all of a sudden, you get to the point of no return, and then you got to go chasing. coming in right there. Oh, no, not a good feeling for Will. And Kyle Blanks backing up like a good outfielder, and there's the missed cutoff man, right?
Had a chance. So you get the cutoff man. Well, it goes as a triple for Fowler, his 14th of the year. He's third in the National League in triples. Bud not happy with the way this fourth inning has begun. One-0 pitch to Herrera. And a little looper in the right center field is going to drop in for a base hit. And Fowler headed for the plate. Now down to second, and a bad throw there. They weren't going to get Herrera anyway. But a single for Herrera in an RBI. Fowler was waiting to see if the ball was going to be caught. And when it dropped in, Venable thought that he had a chance at the plate. And when that throw went all the way through, Herrera went to second.
Just happened to hit it in the right spot. Off-speed pitch, a breaking ball away, and once again, not hitting the cutoff man, right? There's no way they're going to get Fowler. Over through the cutoff man.
So an RBI single for Herrera, and he's at second after the throw home, and still nobody out with the heart of the order here, and Carlos Gonzalez with Tulowitzki on deck. Things are snowballing here.
Throwing the ball around.
Wild pitch charge to Harang.
Looked like it was a fastball up and away.
Now they've changed that and scored it a pass ball.
Yeah, that looks like a catchable pitch.
So Herrera's at third. And a 1-0 count on Carlos Gonzalez, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Great numbers for Cargo his last 10. That's popped up. Perino, the third baseman, calling for it, and makes the catch for the first out. Well, Harang got behind Gonzalez 2-0 and gets him to pop out for the first out of the inning, and that keeps Herrera at third.
Smart pitching, too. He doesn't feed him a fastball. He pulled the string, and it's a curveball. Curveball. Reaches for it. Oh, I was wondering if he maybe tweaked something on that, or is he disgusted at the pitch?
It was awkward the way he came out of the batter's box.
Yeah, it looked like he was wincing at something.
The wrist has been the injury that kept Gonzalez out several weeks back.
Let's focus on his wrists as he swings. Does he kind of roll over a little bit, reaches for it? Tough to tell.
The right wrist. That's what he actually injured while batting at one point and re-aggravated it in late July. That ball waved at by Tulowitzki. Only keeps it close enough to the plate. And Herrera remains at third, and it's an 0-2 count. Tulowitzki in the second led off and popped out to the first baseman, Jesus Guzman. A 304 average with runners in scoring position, really right at his season average. Came in at 303, now at 302. Another block there by Hundley.
Heavy dose of breaking balls from Tulowitzki. I mean, the ideal situation here with that breaking ball, you speed up the bat of Tulowitzki, and it's a one-hopper right to Perino. That's the ideal situation.
1-2 pitch. That's to short. Runner coming for the plate. The throw from Bartlett will go to first. Herrera scores the second run of the inning, and Tulowitzki has his 95th run batted into the season.
That's a guy not trying to do too much, right? On that pitch there, just playing pepper.
Put it in play.
Yep.
2 outs, bases empty for first baseman Todd Helton. In the air, left center field. Kyle blinks a few steps to his left. Really no fault from Harang in that inning, but does give up 2. And the Rockies have the lead midpoint of the 4th. For tonight, our question, Troy Tulowitzki wears number 2 because of his admiration for which Major League player? And the answer is the Yankees' Derek Jeter, who wears number 2. You have to assume at some point, not long after he retires, Jeter's number 2 will be retired by the Yankees.
Between Billy Martin and Babe Ruth.
Number 4 would be Gehrig. 5
DiMaggio.
is DiMaggio.
6 is still being worn. Torrey wore number 6 as he was manager.
7 Mantle.
8 Dickey and Berra.
At both of the catchers, right. Yeah.
I mean, if we did all the numbers, we'd be here all night.
Yeah, that's true. Orlando Hudson beginning the Padres 4th. 2-0 Colorado as they've scored 2 in the top of the inning. Millwood misses off the outside corner. Orlando bounced back to the mound his first time up. A bit inside, 2-1. Big series in San Francisco. Arizona got out to an early 1-0 lead, but the Giants in the 4th leading Arizona 3-1. What a huge series for the Giants, especially. We started tonight 6 games back. Arizona's won 9 in a row going into tonight.
Hey, it's getting that part of the year, man.
It is.
Hamstrings are a little tighter. Quads barking.
Everything gets a little tighter, huh?
Shoulders hanging.
Hey, Kevin Towers said he would shave his head if they won 10 in a row.
Really?
So if they actually were to win tonight, supposedly KT's supposed to shave his head.
Can raise some money for a charity. That'd be nice. Two
2-2 on Orlando, leading off the San Diego 4th. Still waiting. Millwood and Iannetta are not on the same page here as far as pitch selection. Let's see what Millwood and Iannetta have decided on. He strikes out Orlando Hudson on a slider. Fourth K for Millwood and one out in the fourth.
The backdoor variety. And not a good swing for Orlando. It's one of those where you kind of give up on it and just at the last second try to make contact, at least try to foul it off. Hey, that happens, right?
Newcomer Jeremy Hermida flied to center field in his first Padres at bat, which came leading off the second. A waiver claim from Cincinnati. Padres also on a waiver claim have gotten Drew Carpenter, a right-handed pitcher from the Phillies. Should be here tomorrow. Arena came up with the Marlins, made his big league debut in 2005. Shallow right. Gonzalez in. The second baseman Herrera out. It's caught by Jonathan Herrera. 2 down. Well, 4 Ks so far tonight for Millwood. Our leaderboard is brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal for a limited time only. These are career strikeouts going into tonight. I was unaware that Javier Vasquez is the active major league leader with 2,500. Millwood fourth on that list. Tim Wakefield second with 2,135 strikeouts. He is still searching for a milestone win, however, Wakefield.
Yeah, number 200. He's at like 6 tries at trying to get 200. But you know that our good friend CB, Kyron Bob Wiersdorfer, came up and talked about that, the strikeouts. And he posed a good question. Is there a 3,000 strikeout guy around the corner somewhere?
Definitely not around the corner.
I agree.
Well, they've asked that about 300-game winners, too. Herrera, who was cheating behind the bag at second, throws out Hundley. That ball was grounded sharply. But the Padres go down in order. That's 5 in a row set down by Millwood.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Hey, folks, find the truth in home remodeling with Murray Lamper Construction. See why that they're the company that you trust. Get online and visit murraylamper.com. Mark?
Thanks, Mud. Into the fifth. Rockies lead 2-0. One of those runs unearned. Now Seth Smith, Kuzminoff, and Iannetta, 6, 7, and 8 hitters come up from Colorado. First pitch, curveball in the dirt, ball one. Rang allowing the 2 runs in the fourth, 1 unearned, but Mud, you look back at it, and yeah, Fowler did hit the ball well, but it's a ball that should have been caught. Right. The infield shift, 3 defenders on the right side. That's rolled out to Orlando Hudson. 1 gone.
And as a pitcher, I've said it before, once the ball's out of your hand, it's out of your control. I mean, nobody feels worse than Will Venable. He wants to pick up Aaron Harang.
Kuzes come out of the stands again for Kevin Kuzminoff, who fanned his first time. Swinging at the first pitch, popped up into foul territory near the first base coach's box. 2 quick outs in the Colorado fifth. Next pitch for Harang will be his 60th of the night. He has 2 outs here in the fifth. So it's been a pretty economical night pitch-wise so far for Harang.
He's being aggressive in the zone.
Another example of that right there. Iannetta struck out on a 3-2 pitch in the third inning. Painting the outside corner, 0-2. Oh-2 delivery. Can't get Iannetta to chase that high fastball.
Good spot.
From 0-2 to 2-2. Iannetta has walked 64 times this year. 7th highest total in the National League. Check swing on the low breaking ball. It's appealed and denied by Laz Diaz. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Iannetta fanned on a high fastball up and out of the zone on 3-2 last time. Just about got that same pitch there. That was closer to the high part of the zone, though. And a line over the outstretched glove of Jason Bartlett and into left center field. Iannetta singles for the 3rd Colorado hit.
Aaron stayed with the strength, that being the location of the fastball. Make him earn his way on, and that's exactly what he tried to do. Locate the fastball down and away, and you see more pitches, and you work that count full, right? Kind of leans towards the advantage of the hitter.
So a 2-out base runner allows the pitcher Millwood to bat, who struck out swinging his first time. Strike one. Nothing at 2.
You know, I'm going to correct myself because that hit, Iannetta hit, that's a slider. Look at it out of the hand. Working around it. The break, he left it up, and Iannetta stayed on it. So I stand corrected.
Out of play, and it stays 0-2 on the Rockies pitcher. Padres 5-7 against the Rockies this year. They have lost 4 of the 6 games here at Petco Park against Colorado. There's the slider. And a strikeout of Millwood. It's a half dozen Ks for Harang. Man left on to the
For home run inning presented by Harrah's Rincon Casino. If a grand slam is hit this inning, the pot is up to $58,500.
Bueno.
So get on to 4SD.com, register, and hopefully that $58,500 can be coming your way. Good luck.
Padres to the 8, 9, and 1 spot in the order. Millwood has allowed 5 hits. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, a leadoff single in the third, but since then he has retired 5 in a row.
And no extra base hits.
Correct. All 5 hits have been singles. Carino has one of those singles, a base hit to right in the second. Both pitchers have done a very good job of getting ahead of the hitters tonight.
And yeah, just as you said that, both pitchers tonight basically kind of doing the same thing.
Very similar.
90-91, flipping up the breaking ball, trying to hit the corners, working in and out.
Fastball's up high. Millwood, a native of North Carolina. Was originally an 11th round pick of the Braves back in '93. Made his big league debut with Atlanta in '97. A lead play left side. Millwood won 18 games for Atlanta in '99 when they went to the World Series. Most wins in a season, 18. That was in his final season with Atlanta in 2002. And remember, the Braves traded him that offseason for catcher Johnny Estrada. He spent 2 seasons in Philadelphia. 1 year in Cleveland when he won the AL ERA title in 05. Breaking ball hit softly right side. The flip by Helton to Millwood. And a 3-1 putout.
Well, he'd lead him perfectly on that. Millwood didn't even break stride. A lot of times pitchers have to get towards the bag. They get close to the bag and they kind of stutter step a little bit. Millwood, like a thoroughbred, just going to the finish line, not even breaking stride. And of course, it's a good feed from Helton. See how he centers himself? Good feed. Perfectly done.
With the pitcher Harang up. Basically went out there to get the baseball away from Millwood. Then the plate umpire, Victor Carapazza, threw one over Iannetta. And Millwood was a little screened. And he's like, hey, where'd that one come from?
Hey now.
Like, oh, here it comes. A bouncer. My fault. Victor Carapazza, the plate umpire.
Look out.
Shoots it foul right side. Stays out of the seats. Laid down his 5th sack punt of the season in the 2nd.
See the way Iannetta was set up there. I loved it when catchers would, especially when a pitcher has to hit his spots, they get in that crouch and they give that really low target to force you to get it down. Iannetta looks like he sets up really well behind home plate, gives Millwood a good target.
Wanted it low and away, got it away, but up a bit. But Harang swings through it. 1-2.
Always loved throwing to a big target as well. Mark Parent, with all 6'6" of them. Had like size 9 feet.
Size 9?
Had like 10 and a half tops.
2 pitch. Strikeout is the 5th for Millwood. 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, Mark Parent would be the guy. I'd come in relief, take my 8 warm-up tosses, come out to Mount and have a little chat. He'd lift up his mask and his helmet and say, look me dead in the eye and say, is that all you got?
That's funny. And would you keep a straight face most of the time?
Kind of, just get back behind home plate. Let's try to get some. And he would chuckle. He knew exactly what he was doing. Go back behind home plate.
Top of the order, Will Venable. First pitch, fastball, strike. Who are some of your other favorite receivers over the years?
Dave Valley, up
yeah?
in Seattle. A real gamer. Run through a brick wall for you. Call a good game. Get dirty blocking balls. Of course, Benito, because he could throw out, He can throw out. Was it Usain Bolt?
Yeah, he's the
Is that how you say his name?
The guy from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
He could throw out Claudell Washington back in the day, who was just a pinch runner for the Oakland Athletics. Millwood flirting with back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings. Carries the slider in the dirt.
Speaking of Benito, I think I'm correcting when I say one game at then Jack Murphy, he threw out Tim Raines when Tim Raines was in the heyday of stealing bases from his knees. And I heard later it was Benito's arbitration year. And I think Scott Boras was his agent. He actually used that footage in his arbitration case.
I don't doubt that one bit. And then we'll try to keep the Padre 5th going. The 1-2 pitch from Millwood. Gets him looking on a breaking ball. That is 8 in a row set down by Kevin Millwood. Third, hey, that's tomorrow. They battle the Rockies at 5:35 as part of Go Green Night presented by Sony. The first 25,000 fans in attendance receive a Padres Go Green bag presented by Smile Generation. Don't forget to recycle your e-waste before the game. You purchase tickets using the promo code GREEN, and a portion of the proceeds will benefit San Diego Coast Keepers. Purchase tickets today at Padres.com/promo and type in GREEN. Top of the Rockies order in the 6th. Dexter Fowler reached on a hit by pitch to begin the game. And then in the 4th, hit a liner to center that got over Venable's head and went as a triple, and then he later scored. That really is the key at bat of this game right now. Softly up the first base side, barehanded by Harang, fires to Guzman.
The big boy kind of lowered the arm angle there, huh? Getting rid of it quickly.
Yeah, that wasn't an easy catch for Guzman from that angle, was it? Kind of had to oh yeah, late adjustment. Leadoff man gone. Second baseman, Jonathan Herrera. Looks the bunt, takes a strike. Looped the base hit to right center his last time up, which drove in Fowler with the first run of the game, and then Herrera would eventually score. Breaks his bat, and it's just out of reach of Hudson. You noticed where Orlando was playing there. Herrera runs well, so Hudson was in several steps in on the dirt. And it just eluded him. He tried to climb the ladder for that one. A base hit for Herrera, his second of the game.
Yeah, that's the give and take, right? It's a breaking ball. He elevates it, but you're right. With the speed, they hit it on the ground just out of the reach of Orlando Hudson.
One on, one out for Carlos Gonzalez. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first and popped out to the third baseman Corino in the 4th. Fastball at 91 is inside.
Cargo, as they call him, is grounded into 11 twin killings this year. The leader in that category is Tulowitzki with 16.
Kicks to the left to Hundley, and there goes Herrera down to second.
Looked like a breaking ball. Short breaking ball, yeah, a little slider. And that ball hit home plate.
I think it bounced right off the back end of it.
Yeah, because I didn't see any dirt kick up.
Wild pitch. Two-0 count on Carlos Gonzalez.
Ooh, the high strike. Nice.
Very high strike on the slider. There's that high strike again. That one on a fastball.
I wish more umpires would call that pitch. It's a legitimate strike. A lot of the hard hit balls that you see from hitters are pitches that are elevated just at that, but if taken, guys gripe at it because it's called a strike.
A 2-2. Pretty close to that same vicinity with that one judged high. Let's see what Pitch Track thought of this last delivery. Up and in. Full count. Got him to chase that one down in the dirt. A curveball strikes out Carlos Gonzalez. 2 outs.
That must have looked good out of the hand of Herrera because Carlos Gonzalez, that wasn't a fool me type swing. That was a pitch that he looks out and just he put an aggressive swing on it. And then you can see it on the hand, up and over. Good rotation. Big out. Especially with that runner in scoring position.
You know, hitter Troy Tulowitzki picked up an RBI on a ground out to short his last time up. And he lines it into left field for a base hit. Herrera rounding third. Blanks makes the throw home. Quick tag by Hundley. And in safely is Herrera. We're going to have an argument. But Black comes out. Nick's trying to sell that when he took a swipe at it, that perhaps he got him on the back.
Yeah. Very quick on the swipe tag. Ooh, tough to call. Tough to call. Did you get him on the helmet, maybe? If it was just barely getting it, you know? Because it looks like that's where the glove went.
They're really tough to tell, though. But as you say, if he did get him, it had to be on the helmet.
Right. See, watch Nick's glove travel right there. I think he got it. Did you see the glove kind of buckle a little bit, maybe? Right there? See it? See the leather? Did you see it kind of move up a little bit?
Yeah, it's really tough. Still tough to tell, but maybe he nicked him there. Second RBI of the game for Tulowitzki, who now is 96 on the season. Down it into Helton. Second run that Herrera has scored in the ball game to make it 3-0. Takes the mask of Hundley right off. It's amazing how light those catcher's mitts.
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Remember, where were we?
We were in Florida last year, and the catcher's gear was hanging up in the clubhouse. And we were checking out the mask, and like, wow, feel how light this is. Whack foul right over by the Padre dugout. Look out, Matt Latos.
He's going to change spots really quickly.
I'm heading over here.
Yeah.
Matt thrown on Sunday here. Finale of the Rocky series. He goes against.
Oh, cuteness sighting.
A little bit low. 2-2. Latos goes against Aaron Cook on Sunday. Tomorrow, Rockies did have Yolis Chacin listed, but he's been a little ill. They're going to skip him. And Alex White, a right-hander, make his third big league start of the season tomorrow against Corey Luebke. Right at the shortstop, and Bartlett goes to first to retire the side. But Colorado adds a run on a couple of base hits, and they strand just their second base runner of the game. Fourth at 105. It's the Padres and Rockies, and the first 8,000 kids 14 and younger can take home a Padres gumball machine presented by Bank of America. And kids can run the bases after the game. Don't wait. Get your tickets today at Padres.com. Part of the order for the Padres in the sixth, trailing 3-0. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Rockies. The Padres scoreless on 5 hits. First pitch curve way high for Millwood. 2 for 2 night so far for Bartlett with a base hit to left in the first. And a base hit to center in the third. A couple of singles. Fouled away. And while we have a second, want to express our congratulations to Chase Headley and his wife Casey. They welcomed their first child yesterday. Son Colt Jordan Headley was born at 5:12 p.m. Pacific time yesterday. 8 pounds 4 ounces.
Congratulations, and what a strong name. Colt Headley.
Colt Jordan Headley. We'll have to ask Chase where the first and last name, the significance for him.
Chase Headley, the giver of life. That's awesome.
Child number 1 for the Headleys. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and he lifts it to left. Seth Smith retreating and to the edge of the track to make the catch.
Out in front of it just a little bit on that breaking ball. You know, for that type of swing that Bartlett put on, it gave it a pretty good ride.
Ball went further than I expected right off the bat. Well, it's now 9 in a row retired by Millwood since Bartlett led off the third with a single. And here's Jesus Guzman. Jesus fanned in the first and in the third grounded out to short. And out in front and tops that foul. This pitch curveball to Guzman that time. Giants 4, Arizona 2 now in the top of the 6th in San Francisco. Again, the D-backs began tonight with a 6-game lead.
How do you think that NL Central race is going to shake out?
You don't actually think the Cardinals have a chance, do you?
Well, I know the Brewers. I still think the Brewers are going to win it. You know, they lost 3. They won tonight, though, right?
Brewers did win tonight.
Brewers won tonight 8-2, and the Redbirds lost. So
it's back to 8.5 games. Yeah, no shot.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's looking good in the NL Central. The crazy thing about them being swept by the Cardinals is that they lost 3 games at home. And they've been 50-16 at home prior to that 3-game series.
2 MVP candidates there, huh? Fielder and Braun.
Boy, Ryan Braun really catching some flack for the inside the park home run try when he stumbled around third. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, pretty good comedy. That's grounded towards short. Over in front of it, Tulowitzki, and fires to first, low but out. The Sky Camp shot is brought to you by Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at mossy.com. Yeah, Ryan Braun had an inside the park home run if he doesn't stumble, and he was halfway between third and home, and he just,
they put the tape down.
Yeah, and they did the next day. Yeah,
gotcha.
They had the outline.
I did see that.
Kyle Blanks has an infield hit in 2 at-bats tonight. Likes it foul right side. Hey, nice catch. Guy in the throwback jersey brought his mitt in the first row of the second deck and reached over and snagged that one.
Good for him. Oh, then he's going to give it to a kid.
That's even better. There's the youngster that was given the baseball by the young man who caught it with the glove. I'd love to see that.
Yep.
Towards third. Tough shot. Kuz gets up and safe at first. Well, we saw Kuz do a lot of that here over the years, but was not able to get Blanks, who got down the line quickly, and Kyle Blanks has his second infield hit of this game.
This is not an easy play. Why? Because the big swing off the big guy's bat, Kyle Blanks, is hooking. Kuzmanov he can't get in front of that one, so it's a backhand stab. He did everything right. Just that Kyle Blanks getting down that line quickly.
Hit number 6 for San Diego. Bartlett and Blanks now each have 2 apiece. And Hudson, right after the first pitch, skies it to shallow left, and along the line is Tulowitzki. Now the hit by Blanks did end a string of 10 in a row retired by Millwood. Celebrating summer with the savory flavor of barbecue pulled pork. Now, when you buy a Subway barbecue pulled pork sub and any drink, you can celebrate with a free bag of Lay's chips. An offer this sweet won't last long. Subway, eat fresh.
That's a good sandwich right there.
Excellent sandwich. I'm a frequent Subway patron.
Big fan.
3-0 Rockies into the 7th. And a first pitch strike to Seth Smith. They have the shift on with 3 defenders on the right side, and this is the second baseman Hudson. You notice Bartlett is overall also on the first base side of second. In fact, Bartlett threw out Smith earlier in the game. Brings up Kuz. And our comparison is brought to you by the San Diego Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. We discussed earlier the fact that the Rockies have been trying to find really that guy at third base. Wigginton has played there the most. Ian Stewart, Jose Lopez when he was with Colorado, Chris Nelson. And now Kuz, only 8 games in, has played the 4th most games at third. You notice Chris Iannetta, the catcher, even played an inning at third earlier this year. That ball's going to sail foul and into the seats.
Well, we talked about it many times when Kuz was here as a Padre in 09, only 3 errors. Of course, Ryan Zimmerman ended up winning the Gold Glove that year at third base for the Nationals.
Down low. High fly to left field. Ball hit well, but then stopping shy of the track. Caught by Kyle Blanks.
Had to hold my breath there for a second. Breaking ball that just caught too much of the plate. And out in front of it just a little bit.
It's a newcomer, Fulcino, up in the Padre bullpen. Picked up on a waiver claim from the Astros, Jeff Fulcino.
I think last time we saw Fulcino, he was sporting a beard.
Shallow left. Blanks calls off Bartlett to make the catch to retire the side. Coming up, 7th inning stretch brought to you by your San Diego Hyundai dealers. Stretch your dollars. You can visit them online at SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. Beyond the Box Score brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. Dodgers beat the Braves 8-6. LA has actually now won 5 in a row and 10 of their last 11, and they're just 3 games under 500 now. Yeah, the Diamondbacks and Giants, big series beginning in San Francisco. Beltran has a homer and knocked in 3, and it's 4-2 San Francisco in the bottom of the 6th, trying to end the Diamondbacks' 9-game winning streak. Rockies starter Kevin Millwood so far has blanked the Padres on 6 hits.
Pretty good with the pitch count as well as he enters his 7th inning of work. 84 tosses for Millwood. And once again, all singles given up by Millwood.
Jeremy Hermida, his first Padres game, leads off. Great swing at that away fastball, strike 1. Hermida led off the 2nd and fly to center. Then in the 4th, popped out to the second baseman, Jonathan Herrera. Padres had 5 hits through the first 2+ innings. Leadoff man in the 3rd, Bartlett had a base hit, but since then they've had just 1 hit. And that was Kyle Blank's 2-out infield single in the 6th. One and 2. Hermida, Hundley, and Perino scheduled the 6, 7, and 8 batters. A little up and away, 2 and 2.
Millwood not getting the high strike call on that one. 2-seamer with a little bit of movement. Need to string some hits together. We talked about it in the pregame show how the Padres at home recently. Wow. Good pitch.
7 strikeouts for Kevin Millwood.
The old 2-seamer that comes back and hits the inside part of the plate knee high. Very good pitch by Kevin Millwood. Last 8 home games for the Padres, 6-2 record. Scoring just a little bit over 5 runs a game. 288 average. Well, Kevin Millwood bringing that average down. Only surrendering 6 hits, as you mentioned, Marco.
And 1 out for Nick Hundley, the catcher. First pitch, breaking ball. Strike 1. Nick with a single in the 2nd. That was an infield hit off the glove of the shortstop, Tulowitzki. Who on the play, Tulowitzki was convinced he had the ball in his mitt, but did not on a diving attempt. Quickly 0-2. Average on the season, 268. That chase of the curveball. Stick around for the Sequan Casino postgame show after the game from the Channel 4 studio tonight with John Weisbach and Bob Scanlon. Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at Sequan. Through the hole and into left field. Second hit of the game for Nick Hundley. It's a 1-out 7th inning single.
Needs some extra base pop here. It's getting late. Nick Hundley Short and quick to the baseball. Good looking swing by Nick, and the 5.5 hole. Even a diving Kuzmanov can't come with that one.
Just about a 2-to-1 ratio. Strikes to balls for Millwood, who's in the low 90s in pitches. Reno singled to right in his second, and in the fifth bounced out to the right side. 1 for 2. Pitcher spot due up next.
That Cone's got no chance.
0. Two and 0. Harang due up next. Slowing down a little bit.
Give me a kiss, Dad.
He's trying to get all that chocolate off his lips. 3-0. Cunningham in the on-deck circle to bat for Harang.
Getting the pitches up a little bit here, and speaking of getting up, Rocky's bullpen heating up. Got the double barrel shotgun working down there, a righty and a lefty.
A high strike, 3-1. Millwood has not walked a hitter. Matt Reynolds is the lefty, and Matt Belisle the right hander. Fouled off, and it's a full count. Rocky scored 2 in the fourth. They added 1 in the sixth. They lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the seventh. Others have 1 on, 1 out, and a full count on Andy Perino. Only not running. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. After falling behind 3-0, Millwood comes back to get his 8th strikeout in second of the inning. Bob Apodaca, the pitching coach, will visit.
Scouting report time.
Aaron Cunningham is going to bat for Harang.
Well, Kevin Millwood's done a nice job tonight. Well, you know, like Aaron Harang, misplayed ball out in center field led to a run, that triple off the bat of Dexter Fowler. But you know, both pitchers tonight doing a fine job of hitting their spots, a little bit of movement, the 2-seamers, and flipping up some breaking stuff. Little scouting report possibly, and a little bit more time for those guys to heat up in that Rocky bullpen.
They got a lefty Venable on deck, though Millwood has gotten him 3 times tonight. Millwood 1 pitch away from his 100th of the night. He's looking at all the scouts. Well, September 1st was key for a couple of different reasons as Cunningham steps in. A little bit low, ball 1. Of course, the roster's expanded, but now if you are not on the roster by September 1, you're not eligible for the postseason with that particular team. So even the trades with waivers now can happen, but that player would not be eligible for the postseason with that team. 2-0.
First pitch from Millwood. He has been elevating the fastball this inning. Just takes one good elevated fastball for Aaron Cunningham. Get a chance to come out of your shoes and get on the board.
Pops in the air to shallow right. And Carlos Gonzalez. Kevin Millwood has 7 scoreless innings tonight. 3-0 Colorados. We'll go to the 8th. TV today to see every Padres game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite devices. Visit Padres.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Top of the 8th, 3-0 Colorado. The second Padre to make his San Diego debut tonight. His Padre debut is big right-hander Jeff Fulcino.
And we featured him in our pregame show, claimed off waivers, outright waivers from the Astros yesterday. Good arm, good delivery. Fastball, a 4-seamer. Still good fuzz on that fastball, a hard slider. And he'll mix in a split-finger fastball to the left-handed hitters as his off-speed changeup type pitch.
6'5", 285 pounds.
Yeah, and the one thing that jumps out at you is a little high on the walk side.
Eric Young Jr. will bat for the pitcher Millwood. So 7 scoreless from Millwood, 7 hits. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 7. So 7 was the key number for Millwood tonight. He's got 8 strikeouts actually for Millwood tonight. 1-1 pitch to Young. Strike at the knees.
Well, just a badly played ball for the Padres in the 4th. And that 1 run in the 6th is all for the Rockies. Other than that, Aaron Harang threw the ball pretty well tonight.
He did. Eric Young is 2 for 17 as a pinch hitter this year. A full count. That is the first walk of the night on either side. Chino not ahead in the count, but watch the pinch hitter Eric Young Jr. begin the 8th. Fowler hit by a pitch to begin the game. Then the 4th tripled the ball that went over the head of Venable, and then the 6th bounced back to the mound.
When Jeff was in AAA this year, he was putting up some good numbers. 1-0 with a point. That's right, .56 ERA. Opponents were hitting 200.
There goes Young. Strike. Throw to second. 17th steal of the year for Eric Young Jr. in 19 attempts.
As you mentioned, Fulcino. What was he listed at?
6'5", 285.
So, you know, big guy. Uses an abbreviated leg kick, not a full leg kick, trying to be quick to the plate. But the speed of Young beats the throw from Hundley.
Fowler tries to bunt and fouls it left side.
Good strikeout to walk ratio for Jeff when he was in the minor leagues. 15 strikeouts and 3 walks over 17 relief outings. He needs to carry that over to the big league level here as a Padre.
And a 2-mile-per-hour fastball is fouled back. Nobody out in the Colorado 8th.
There's that split.
Right down central. Fastball strikes out Fowler, and 1 away in the 8th.
Even though he missed the location, see Nick Hundley kind of stick that pitch. He's away inside. You know, that's a good stick right there by Nick. Did you see his glove? Hardly even moved.
Didn't carry it out of the zone.
That's right. And he had to reach across to get to that pitch. Job well done.
Jonathan Herrera has scored 2 of the 3 Colorado runs tonight. First Padres appearance for big right-hander Jeff Fulcino. He's a native of New England. Born in New Hampshire and living in Connecticut. In fact, pitched collegiately at UConn, University of Connecticut. 2-0. There's a strike.
That kind of falls under the category of like University of Maine. Billy Swift, right? Talking pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
Should look up how many guys actually have come out of the University of Connecticut.
Line center field. It's down in front of Venable over to third. Herrera throw home, and that allows runner to go down to second. Young over to third. Herrera to second.
Second time tonight. Missing the cutoff man. It's very crucial to keep that runner at first base. One out on the board. Let's see if Will kind of rushes it a little bit, works underneath it, air mails it, missing the cutoff man. Got to hit that cutoff man.
Third hit of the game for Herrera, and Bud Black making the walk out to the mound. And the Padres will make a pitching change for Chino's Padres debut. Goes a third of an inning and 3 hitters. Left-hander Joe Thatcher will come in. This pitching change is brought to you by the Law Tigers, San Diego's motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. Block and Brick. Create a pathway through your garden with easy to install stepping stones.
Joe Thatcher entering the game, and Buddy Black is working matchups. Lefty on lefty here. Runners at second, third. That's a shame about that ball being overthrown because the double play is out of the equation and the infield will be drawn in. So Joe on his way back. I still think it's going to take, this year and, a nice off season of rehab and just letting that shoulder heal. And he should be 100. I think he's 100% now, but there's just something having a little time off and a little rehab to get that shoulder right before next spring training.
Rip and a miss by Carlos Gonzalez to the first pitch slider. Fan popped to third and reached on a fielder's choice tonight. 0 for 3. The average, which began at 301, is dipped under that 300 mark to 299. Runners at second and third, 1 out. 3-0 Colorado in the 8th. Oh, 2 pitch.
Ooh, cross up.
Runners not going.
Wow.
It looked strange.
It did. Nick came out of the crouch, hit him right on the heel. Is it? No visit. No visit from Nick to Joe, so
That's not a bit across there.
Wow.
Hey, Bud's like, that's what happened there.
That's a weird one right there. Usually when there's a cross up, they're going to have a little visit. So, it's just, at least the runner's held, right?
Yeah, that's the good news. I think if this were a 0-0 game, they probably would have tried to advance and score there, but fooled him badly. That slider moved way off the outside edge, and Gonzalez strikes out for a second time tonight.
The sweeper, the frisbee, low 3/4 for Joe Thatcher, and well off the play. That ball is in the middle of the right-handed batter's box.
So first base open and a right-handed hitter, Tulowitzki, coming up. They'll walk him to bring up the lefty Todd Helton with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Homemade sign. Happy birthday, kiddo.
A couple of birthdays at the park tonight.
He wants a Padre win. And a front tooth.
Got that foam finger working. So to walk to Tulowitzki, who has knocked in 2 of their 3 runs tonight. So they're loaded for Todd Helton. Good pitch, strike 1. Fastball on that low inside corner.
He's pretty good with the bases loaded, isn't he?
Numbers bearing that out. Slaps a foul, 0-2. Then he began with a walk to the pinch hitter Eric Young Jr., who then stole second. Joe Thatcher does his job, striking out the 2 lefties, Gonzalez and Helton. He keeps it a 3-0 game with the top of the order coming up. With your Padres, you can follow your Padres on Twitter at twitter.com/SDPadres. Become a Padre fan on Facebook at facebook.com/Padres, or read all the latest team news with Padres blogs at Padres.com. Don't miss any of the action from your San Diego Padres. The lefty Brothers comes in for Colorado, so the Padres pinch hit for the lefty Venable with Alberto Gonzalez. With a southpaw in, Brothers
Oh, Rex Brothers has been throwing the ball extremely well lately. He's allowed just 2 hits, 2 walks over his last 9 outings. That's over 7 2/3 innings of work. For the lefty, always working out of the stretch. 3-pitch pitcher.
Fly ball to left, and Seth Smith. Pinch hitter Gonzalez retired.
Those 3 pitches are fastball, slider, and a change. And this guy, Mark Neely, can get it up there from the left side. He can get it up to 97 on that fastball.
Earned his first career big league save about a week and a half ago, August 23rd against Houston. He scored his 9th inning. Strike 1 to Bartlett. He has 2 hits tonight. His first 2 times up, both singles. Fly to fairly deep left his last time up, leading off the 6th. .95 down and in. One out, nobody on in the Padre 8th. Bartlett fouls it back. Padres tonight have actually out-hit the Rockies 7-6, but trail it 3-0. Rockies scored 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 6th. Third hit of the night for Jason Bartlett. A 1-out single.
Well, after throwing 95 miles an hour away and down and in, Rex Brothers tosses up a slider there. And once again, Bartlett fighting it off. This Rex Brothers on the fast track to the big leagues, signed in 2009. Only 23 years old.
Went to Lipscomb University in Tennessee.
Have you ever heard of Lipscomb University?
I have. You know who went to Lipscomb?
Mick Jagger.
Keith Richards, actually. No, I'm kidding. He is now a roving instructor in the Rockies organization. Pitched in the big leagues for a number of years back in the 70s and 80s. Bo McLaughlin.
Oh, yeah. Roommate of mine back with the Phoenix Giants back in the mid-80s.
Bo was a 2-time All-American at Lipscomb in Nashville. He's now the roving pitching coordinator for the Rockies.
Bo McLaughlin is the guy who got the hit off the face of Harold Baines.
That's right. It didn't end Bo's career, but it certainly altered probably how long.
Nasty event.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. Terrible.
.96 miles per hour. Jesus tonight is grounded out to short twice to Tulowitzki and also struck out. Went up after it. It's another one-on-one out to Tulowitzki. Out at second, relay to first for the total pair. First double play turn tonight. That's the 140th of the year turned by the Colorado defense. Padres 3-0. Despite San Diego out hitting Colorado 8-6. And into the game for San Diego is Ernesto Frieri.
Well, got to fire strikes here, and you got to keep the Colorado Rockies at 3. Ernesto at times has had some trouble throwing some strikes, very erratic. And for the Rocks, Smith, Kuzminoff, Iannetta due up.
That is the 6, 7, and 8 batters for Colorado. Padres use Cameron Maben now in center field. First game back. He's coming in late defensively. He's had the right wrist issue, the MRI the other day. It's good to see Cam getting some time. 3 ground outs, all to the right side. So the Padres have 3 defenders on the right side once again with Seth Smith up. Teams opening this 3-game series tonight. It's the beginning of a 6-game homestand for the Padres. Also have the Giants coming to town for 3. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night. We're on the air at 5 o'clock with a Honda Dealers pregame show. 5:35 first pitch. Right-hander Alex White will make his 3rd big league start for Colorado, and Corey Lupke will go for the Padres. Atos goes in the finale here on Sunday. That's fouled away left side.
Yeah, Alex White was one of the principals in the Ubaldo Jimenez trade to Cleveland.
Right.
She's so happy right now. Look at that. Not letting go of that thing. No chance.
Hit hard and foul down the right field line. Big crowd tonight of just over 22,000 here at Petco on a Friday night. Three-two pitch from Frieri to the backstop.
You know, Ernesto has had some streaks this year where he's had pretty nice scoreless innings. He can do it. He can be very effective out of the bullpen, but the one Achilles heel is those wild streaks. He's got a herky-jerky delivery, and sometimes that throws off that release point.
And he wants him. So sends up the former Padre Kevin Kuzminoff. In his return to San Diego, Kuzminoff has struck out, fouled to first, and fly to left. Check swing foul over by the Padre dugout. Did you have a chance to see Kuz before the game?
I did. I went down to the Rocky clubhouse, and he was sitting in front of his locker and didn't want to, really take up too much of his time. Just said, "Hey, good to see you. Welcome back."
I did the same thing, and it kind of seemed like, I don't want to say Kuz was in a surreal situation, but you could tell he was
very laid back and very subdued.
Yes, I think that's the right word.
You know what he told me? He goes, "It's too dark in this clubhouse."
Is that what he said?
I think they do that purposely to put you to sleep.
Yeah, it's a little tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
What was the college football locker room where they painted it pink inside of it?
Yeah. I remember hearing about that. That's right.
It'll come to me. I think it is Iowa. I think it's Iowa.
Is it?
Yeah. The visiting locker room
was that a Hayden Fry
pink.
thing back in the day, or what?
I don't know who did that, if it was Hayden Fry or if it's Kirk Ferentz, the current head coach. Well, 2 count on Kuzminov. Well, we've gotten word from the truck. Hayden Fry was a psychology major at Baylor and decided to paint the visiting locker room at Iowa at Kinnick Stadium pink to just calm the opponent.
Playing head games with the opponents.
Yeah, man. So 1-2 pitch, and instead of check on the runner. Evidently, when Michigan would play there under Bo Schembechler, they would bring Michigan signs or whatever to put up on the wall to try to hide the pink walls. Good information from Ed Barnes, our producer. One and 2 on Kuzminov.
Best college football atmosphere that you've experienced.
There's been some good ones at Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. For me, I always like Penn State of the Big Ten teams.
Happy Valley?
Happy Valley. But it's tough to beat football weekends really in almost any of the SEC schools. To third, charged by Perino. On its second, relay, not in time as Orlando couldn't get a lot on it. Avoiding Seth Smith, the oncoming runner at second. Here's Chris Iannetta. Was singled in 3 at-bats. Pops it foul back this way. Chris Iannetta is from New England, born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island.
The Friars, right? Providence
the Friars. The school there,
yeah.
And of course, really, the Red Sox AAA team, Pawtucket, that's just right outside Providence. That's pulled down the left field side. Fair ball into the corner. Kyle Blanks throw towards third, cut off, but it's a double for Iannetta with Kuzminov advancing to third. 17th two-base hit of the year for Chris Iannetta.
Well, he spun on that one. Usually when a guy spins on that type of pitch, you take a look. Fastball in, gets his hands in quickly. Has a tendency to hook. How close was it? Ooh, right on the line.
Ty Wigginton will be the pinch hitter. We'll get to the 9th spot on the order. Strike on the outside corner. Born and raised in San Diego, Ty Wigginton. 95 grad at Chula Vista High School. Signed by the Rockies as a free agent in the offseason. Remember when we saw Wigginton last year with the Orioles when they were here for interleague? There was a lot of talk that perhaps they would trade him at some point. He wound up being the Orioles' lone all-star selection last year.
That's a good hitting yard there, huh?
Camden Yards. Yep. How to play right side.
Here's what I don't get. How come they don't call it Oriole Park? Because it's Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
Camden Yards, right.
It's always referred to as Camden Yards.
It's a good question. Maybe we could just start calling it Oriole Park.
Yeah.
See if it catches on. Up and in, 2-2.
Good yard.
Really, it was the trend setter
Yep.
for all these newer ballparks. Padres with the infield in. And Wigginton fans for the second out of the inning.
Ernesto wanted, sorry, Mark, he wanted that one down and away. It leaked inside, but still works to the advantage of Ernesto Frieri for the strikeout.
Top of the order, Dexter Fowler. Ball one is high from Frieri. Fowler 1 for 3 with a run scored. He's also been hit by a pitch.
You saw a lot of Dexter Fowler in the minor leagues, didn't you?
Quite a bit, you know, and that's one thing you got to give the Rockies a lot of credit. They have produced a ton of homegrown talent.
Yes, they have.
Jim Tracy and the Rockies farm system. Just looking at their lineup tonight, 6 of the 9 in the original lineup homegrown. The ones who are not: Carlos Gonzalez, Kuz, and the starting pitcher Millwood.
Yep.
Who Dexter Fowler's idol was growing up.
Let's see. He wears number 24, and knowing how old Dexter Fowler is, I would have to say junior.
You got it. Ken Griffey Jr. Well, Fowler walks. So the bases are loaded with Jonathan Herrera due up. Jared Walmsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, goes to the mound.
Last thing you want here, obviously, is for the wheels to come off. Keeping it 3. Sure, the Padres have a lot of work to do. They hold them here at 3 in the bottom half of the 9th, but 3 passes. No bueno.
Anthony Bash up in the bullpen. Spence is as well, though he's chatting with bullpen coach Darryl Ackerfelds at the moment. Herrera has hits his last 3 times up tonight. 3 for 4, an RBI. And he has scored 2 of the 3 Colorado runs.
Come on now. Battle back here. Sometimes I think Frieri gets into that mode where obviously pressing, because we just saw him snap back at that throwback from the catcher. And, you know, you start aiming a little bit, that's when you run into trouble.
It's the play to strike, 2-1.
But we've said it before, you know, the mechanics really aren't the smoothest of mechanics. A lot of moving parts. So it's tough to maintain a consistent delivery. Release point.
3-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 3-0 Colorado in the top of the 9th. And Carlos Gonzalez on deck. Got that borderline call, and it's full.
Everybody off and running here.
Three-two pitch. Got him. Big strikeout for Frieri, and Colorado leaves them loaded in the ninth. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Padres. It's brought to you by El Cajon Ford. As Tony Gwynn says, nobody beats El Cajon Ford. Visit them at Broadway in Maine or elcajonford.com. Scoreless game of the fourth. Leading off, Dexter Fowler over the head of Venable. One is a triple. Fowler would eventually score the game's first run. And the Rockies have that 3-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Dexter Fowler in the fourth. Tonight's hit of the game. And the new pitcher for Colorado in a safe situation is Rafael Betancourt.
Well, he's a strike thrower. He's been pitching well as a closer. Houston Street, the usual closer, just back from the DL, so Betancourt taking over, and he's been doing quite well. Only 8 walks and 54 in a third. What in the Dennis Eckersley is going on there?
Due up for the Padres in the ninth, Kyle Blanks, Orlando Hudson, and Jeremy Hermida. 92-mile-per-hour fastball is strike one. Padres' best scoring chance came in the second. They had runners at second and third with 2 outs and did not score. Since that time, they've not had a runner reach second base. Down the right field side, foul. Couple of infield hits tonight for Blanks, each to the third baseman Terry Kuzminoff. At the fastball by him, and Blank strikes out to begin the bottom of the ninth.
Well, we talked about the 8 walks in the 54-plus innings. That fastball for Betancourt, top out about 93, 94, slider and a change.
Orlando Hudson 0 for 3. Grounded out, popped out, and struck out. Betancourt saying, here it is.
Hey, why not, right? Padres need base runners. Pound the zone, go right after him. He hits one out of the ballpark, get a mulligan. Still got the lead.
High fly to medium center. It's Fowler coming in. 2 outs. Giants beat the Diamondbacks tonight 6-2, ending Arizona's 9-game winning streak. So San Francisco pulls within 5 of first place.
So Kevin Towers can put away the hair clippers.
Yeah, he said if they won 10 in a row, he would shave his head. Padres down to their final out. Jeremy Hermida, his Padre debut, is 0 for 3. Strike one on the outside corner. Hermida has flied to center, popped to second, and struck out. Don't forget, tomorrow's a 5:35 first pitch, so we're on the air at 5 at the Honda Dealers pregame show. Fastball gets past him, and the Padres down to their final strike. One-two pitch. Millwood, Brothers, and Betancourt combined on an 8-hit shutout. And the Rockies take the first game of this 3-game series, winning it tonight 3-0. Padres losing skid extends to 8, a season high. We'll be back with more for Petco Park after this.